What's up, everybody? It's been a long time. I did a video and I'm back now. Right now I'm doing a top 10, not top 10. What the fuck I'm talking about. It's been a long day. So what I'm doing is that I'm doing my top picks for this month for used games that they came out long before and they dirt cheap. So I just want to do this until I get my Uncharted 4 or The Division. So I'm going to do those reviews in the future. So right now you're going to deal with my top 10 bullshit games once a month. Okay. It's not really a top 10 game. So anyway, so this is get this ball rolling, and I'm going to start off. One of my favorite games out of the series is Darksiders 2. I played part 1. Game is alright. It has some issues of pacing. Even though the game is great, it's like it has its moments. It has a little lag with the controls, only a second delay between combat. I do believe that the game is fantastic. I don't know what IGN is talking about. It still looks great on the PlayStation 3 rather than 4. And if you guys get a chance to play it, you guys gonna enjoy it because all the music and the sound effects are just top notch. And THQ does not making any more of them. That's a shame, especially they kind of closed their doors down. And speaking of good games, I'm talking about the shit. Boom. Yaiba is a piece of shit game. I bought it for dead cheap. I was not gonna pay retail for a game that's only repetitive, and knowing that it's not a lot of contact of it. Yes, you gotta have like comic illustration, kind of looks like The Walking Dead, but the game is really boring. There's no interest of the character. It's just very sexist. Is 2 cutscenes that kind of cool. Everything else is just dead. I just kind of got bored after midway through the game. I didn't care much about it, so I kind of like curious about how it was going. And it is crazy, but it's a stupid concept of it. So I just had this game pass. Even though if you're a collector, do collect it. It's not gonna make any more of it. There's no sequel. So if you guys do like collecting the Ninja Gaiden brand, I do recommend picking it up. But I think it's a piece of shit. And I already said this on my top 10 2015 games. I do enjoy Saints Row. Even get a Hell's a DLC, but they did do a full purchase with the CD. The game is funny. It does have bugs, even though I'd say in my top 10 games. The game is fun. I do recommend buying it at a dirt cheap price because they're not gonna make any sequels at all. So you never know what's gonna happen between the games. If they do decide doing a show, that'd be great too. Anyway, now I'm a fan of Hitman and Dead Space, and I don't know. I had to say this. Dead Space was a phenomenal hit for me. Even though the way how it looks, the scale, the introduction, you don't get that a lot in games. The graphics is still crazy to this day. It's still rival the PlayStation 4 in many aspects of quality and the aspects of what you see in the game. You could go through and you still be fucking having fun. Hitman the other way is that I'm a fan of Hitman. I play Hitman 2 all the way to Absolution. My favorite 2 games are Blood Money and Hitman 2. And Absolution is one of my favorite because I had to say, it feels great. It feels responsive. The way you could do things more is better than Blood Money. It's a shame that this is going to be the last great game that they're going to do an episodic game in the future. So you never know what's going to happen. But do pick this one out, and it was cheap. It's a very cheap game now. But do pick it out if you're really a big fan. If not, still pick it out because you're not gonna find games like that anymore. And especially not seeing games anymore. Red Faction. Reason why you guys pick this up, because they ain't making no Red Faction anymore. The Red Faction series is dead. If you were a fan back in the PlayStation 2, you should be a fan with these two games. Even Guerrillas, it was a big game. It's a massive game. You could do a lot of constructions of it. You could do a lot of things in this game. But Part 2, it's kind of like a little watered down version of it. But what it was is build and destroy. Kind of gameplay that you kind of would like. It's a straight narrow game than Part 1 or Guerrillas. You're not gonna say Part 1, but I do recommend picking these two games up. You're gonna enjoy both of them. You're gonna love them. Guarantee you're gonna have fun. Even though these gonna be the last games that you're ever gonna see, they're hard to find, so they're a good way to collect them, and they're dirt cheap. And the last 3 games before I'm done, before I have to go back and play these awesome games, and that's well short said. I just say The Bureau. The Bureau is a kind of like a watered down Mass Effect game. If you're a big XCOM fan, you guys might like it. Even though the game was kind of shifted into like first person to third person during the development process, even development hell, this game was in development for that long. It's very watered down. It's buggy. The audio drops. I hate audio drops, even though it's constant. The gameplay was a mix for me. It's strategy and just first person and a shooter. And if you guys like that sort of thing, that's great. But you're not guys sorry, you're not guys gonna find this. You're not, because it's gonna be gone, and that's it. It's really hard. It's really hard to find this point. It's even dirty. See, talking too fast. See, sorry guys. It's very cheap pickup. So do pick it up, and if you guys get a chance, let me know how you guys like it, because it's a 50-50 with me. And 2 games you guys gotta pick up. Sorry. I have a cold too, so I've been right. Alright, I'm back. Sorry. So I'm talking about Tomb Raider Underworld. Alright. The reason why Tomb Raider Underworld is one of my top picks of this month is because the scale of it. The game is really huge. Even back in the day that the game's not that big, it does have some fun into it. The only thing is that the controls are really bad and the camera's bad. Even though it's made from the same people who made Soul Reaver. But surprisingly enough, I'm a big fan of the reboot version than the old games. I played the old games, I didn't like them, so that's why I stopped playing them. When I heard about Underworld, I had to pick it up, I had to play it, even though it's hard to find Anniversary and Legends. Even though this game is great, it's hard to find. So pick it up when you guys get a chance. And speaking of hard to get, Skyhawk. You probably find maybe a few copies in the retail GameStop. But I do say pick this up because what's rare about this game is the fun factor. You're gonna have fun. You got 32 players on multiplayer maps. Okay, it's fucking huge. The way the game's set up, it's massive. You could do everything you want to do in the game. You could send out fucking buildings on top of people, set out your bases and on real time. There's a little strategy into it, but you guys gonna have fun with the game. I have fun with the game. I played the original one. I played the demo of the original one, okay? And back in the PlayStation. And I played the demo on this one, and I said, you know what? I like the demo. I'm gonna pick this game up, and I'm gonna have fun with it, and you guys should have fun with it too. Skyhawk, guy for guy for cheap. All right. So, anyway, that was my top picks for that month, or for this month. I'm sorry, fucking up. So, for this month, all right, guys, pick some of these games up because you're not gonna see them anymore, and you do see them. And you guys gonna love them because I'm a big fan of collecting, especially games that are not gonna be anymore. So, if any of you guys, see you guys next time when I do the review for Division, alright? And Uncharted 4. Alright, see you guys.